Hi guys. I think it's connected. It said disconnected, then connected. So I think we're on. Good morning. How are you guys doing this morning? It is cold here. We are in Wisconsin, and it is cold. I'm not sure what the temperature is. It's cold. It's windy, so that makes it really cold. But just don't even look at the temperature. You just go with it. What else is new at Stitch Supply? Oh, my husband came down the stairs this morning and wished me a happy anniversary. I kind of did a pause, and then I realized Stitch Supply is a year old today. It's actually our December 8th is when we opened. Soft opening, figuring things out. We are going to celebrate, though, the 1-year anniversary in January when we can kind of do it big. Actually, we're going to have a month-long celebration. Looking forward to that. What else is new? We're getting lots of stuff in. We're getting prepared for all of the cotton and steels coming the end of this month, beginning of next month. Oh, there's so many collections. January is going to be packed full of fabric. So we're preparing that and getting ready for the holiday season. We have been cutting fabric like crazy for the Christmas tree quilts. If you guys were on board with any of those, we cut 50 different fabrics to make this tree quilt, and let me tell you now, we are sold out of them for the year, and we will not bring them back this year, but we're going to plan on bringing them back again next year. So if you missed out, I'm sorry, but we'll bring them back next year. It takes 50 different fabrics to come up with that bundle, so I didn't feel like I could do it and do it well. So I didn't want to give you guys a kit that wasn't incredibly awesome. So let's talk about Mammoth Flannel today. I am sporting this beautiful Mammoth Flannel fringe scarf, and we're going to learn how to make them. The kits that we have at Stitch Supply, these little fellas, this is 2 yards of fabric long, so 72 inches long, and about 10.5 to 11 inches wide. We cut them in kits for you so that you can just purchase one without having to piece together to get the length of the fabric, or making 4 of the same design. So, $5, you guys. This is when we made the first ones. We're like, that's just so much fun, and then you can, they're a great gift this time of year. So, we've got the Mammoth Flannel. If you haven't had a chance to work with it yet, it is amazingly soft. It washes fantastically. I did a couple test runs with it. It shrinks, as flannel does. That's the characteristic of flannel, but it shrinks. I measured, it was between 3 and 4 inches that it shrunk in a 1-yard piece. So, you know, if you have a 9-inch piece, you know, 1 1/4 yard is what you're looking at for shrinkage. So make sure you allow for that in any projects you're doing. I recommend absolutely 100% pre-washing flannel. I don't pre-wash my quilters cotton or, you know, cotton sheeting when I'm doing stuff, but I absolutely recommend pre-washing flannel, because if you use a flannel front on a quilt and you use a cuddle or a different backing, you're going to have just a kind of a wonky, crinkled mess. The other thing, oops, sorry, pulling threads. I'm getting eager. It's so much fun. Okay, let's just move on to this project. So we have the kits that are available are, again, 10 inches by 72 inches. We cut them. In the shop, we're cutting quite a few, and they're not always perfect when we cut them. So that's your job, because, you know, we got to leave some work for you. So Mammoth Flannel is a woven fabric. It's all different colors of threads woven together, so the back and the front are the same. First thing you do is just we're gonna fringe about a 1/2 inch. So the best thing to do is just even out your fabric so that it is following the grain line. You can see I've already started to fringe with this one, but taking a scissors or a rotary cutter and just trimming straight, using the lines of the fabric as your guide, just so you don't want to have it crooked and then you're fringing and you've wasted all this time fringing that you didn't need to. So straighten up, square up, however you want to call it, the edges. The next thing you're going to do is you're just going to start fringing. Hoping you guys can see me here. I'm going to move some stuff tilt my camera down a little bit. Can you see? Not that I can really see comments if you guys comment anyway. All right. So, I've already started fringing a little bit. The best tool to help you is your seam ripper, the point on your seam ripper, and just simply take and pull a couple threads of the vertical. I like to pull about 2 at a time. So I simply pulled 2 threads I started. Okay, and then I like to hold down the fabric. So we're doing the length, the 72-inch long part of our fabric. I like to pull down, and of course the first one's going to get stuck. It's kind of a game here. There we go. Hold this hand, hold the fabric nice and tight, and then simply pull with the other. I tried to do little sections at a time, and I found that it took me a lot longer. So I have 2 threads here in my hand that I'm pulling as I hold this side of my fabric taut. It's kind of relaxing. It is kind of addicting. These scarves are. It likes to pull up on you, but the best thing I found is I just want to yank it really hard and break it. Don't. It'll be easier if you don't, if you do get the long strand. Anyway, that's from my experience of doing a few of them, that this is the easiest way. And I just broke the thread. I think you guys get the idea. Just keep playing with it. I fringed about a 1/2 inch on the one that I have. From there, you do not need to seam down the edge if you don't want to. No, I didn't. And I've been wearing this one, and it's been in the shop, and it's perfectly wonderful. So you don't need to sew. The only thing you'll do now, next, is a French seam. When you get all done, take the shorter ends and cut them nice and clean so that's a straight line, and then we're going to sew them together and make a French seam. How do you make a French seam? Fringe first. Finish all your fringing. Usually when you do a French seam, you do right sides together here. It doesn't matter. It's an infinity scarf. We're going to see both sides. So put 2 sides together without, you don't want to twist in there. Make it nice and flat. And then you're going to sew a 1/4 inch seam or a scant quarter. You know, make it even a little bit shy of a quarter. And then when you're done with that, should I do that? Okay, here, I do have my sewing machine sitting next to me, so just, it's a very short seam, so it won't take me long here. I've got it all set up to go. You can't, want to see me? I don't think you're going to see me. That's okay. I'm not sewing through the fringe, just along the edge. Back stitching at the front and the back. Alright, so I have simple 1/4 inch seam. So now what I'm going to do, what's great about a French seam is I've got strings all over the place from fringing. It gets rid of raw edges so you don't have any raw edges exposed. It's used a lot in garment sewing. So the next thing you would do is flip it over. So here's my nice side, here's that 1/4 inch. We're going to flip it over. And here I would go press it. I think that would make it a little bit easier for you. So the next seam, I'm going to sew this again down the edge, larger than my last seam. So I did a 1/4 inch on my last one, so I just want to make sure I'm doing a little bit bigger than a 1/4 inch. So probably like, maybe not quite 3/8, but enough to cover up the raw edges from the last seam. Again, if I would have pressed it, it would have made it a little easier. It's too bad you guys can't see me sewing because I'm sewing on my Janome S7, and I really, really, really love it. Okay, so now we have a seam that's kind of popping out here. And so the final seam, so you're going to do 3 rows of stitches on the end. The final seam will be to top stitch this down. And then you're done. I don't think you need to see me do that. I'll show it to you on the red scarf. Maybe if I find it. such a good seam you can't even see it. See, it's top stitch down with 2 rows of stitching. There you go, you guys. That's it. You're done. 1 gift down, a few more to go. Email me, Instagram me, Facebook, whatever, if you have questions, comments. They're cutting them out there quite fast, so they are available. I know like this fabric's coming today, so we will have some later today, some additional colors. Anyway, have a great day. Happy Wednesday, everyone. Again, let me know if you have any questions. Bye-bye.